Hey all, Dominic here again, welcome back to another video. Hope you're all doing okay by the way, and I hope you're all having a nice week so far. Now today, I'm actually going to be doing my Doctor Who review of the recent episode that we got, which was Eve of the Daleks. Now, I originally was actually going to do this last week though, but I wanted to make a bit of a crazy, wacky video instead though. And yeah, like I said, I know my content can be a bit wacky, a bit crazy. But I got a good laugh out of it, so I did. I thought it was just a bit of a joke, the whole new year, new me, all that sort of stuff. And I thought, yeah, I want to do that, so that's why I did it. So yeah. So anyway, obviously, my review of Eve of the Daleks, obviously the recent New Year's episode that we got. Now, overall, what are my thoughts of this episode? What did I think about it? Did I like it? Did I not like it? What were my thoughts about it? Overall, I actually did quite like it. So I did. I think there was a lot of good moments in there. And there was a lot of good, I think, comedic moments in there as well. I think it was just a really, really good episode. Obviously, start of the new year for Doctor Who. I know we only have 3 episodes this year because obviously they are doing specials out there. But obviously, I am looking forward to what we do get for the other 2 episodes this year as well. But with this episode, obviously it was good to see the Doctor, Yaz, and Dan back. And I think it was good to see them have like a proper adventure, because when you look at Series 13, you didn't really have that, because obviously they were all like, mishapped all around time and everything. Obviously that was involved with the Flux. So obviously you didn't really get that, but it was good to see that somewhat, companion interaction, especially with Dan, because he is the new companion, so he is. So it was really, really good to see that. It just was. Obviously, it was good to see the Doctor back as well as, Yaz. And obviously with this episode, obviously the Daleks are obviously involved and stuff. Obviously, I always like the look of the Daleks. Obviously, I did notice that they have like a new gun weapon, which I think was a bit of a nice difference, a bit of a. Yeah, I think a bit of a nice change, if you want to sort of say that, though, because don't get me wrong, I like the look of the Daleks, though, but I've been saying for a while that they do need a new design, and I think that we might get that next year, or maybe in 2024. I think probably 2024 and beyond, I think. I'd sort of say that, so, yeah. Obviously, the episode, obviously, is somewhat a bit like Groundhog Day, which I've somewhat heard, which is somewhat true, because obviously in this episode they are obviously the Doctor, Yaz, Dan, Sarah and Nick are all stuck in a time loop, so they are. So every time they get exterminated by the Dalek, they obviously go back to where they were. But it actually turns out that a minute is actually going each time they obviously get killed. So obviously it'd be like 11:53 in the evening, and obviously they get shot, they get killed. It's 11:54, and it goes like that, so, onwards. So it does. So every time they get killed, they lose a minute. So they do, and I think, like I said, there was a lot of good moments. I think one that I did like, obviously, was Nick, where obviously he's near 2 Daleks. Obviously, he thinks he's going to get killed, and he ends up ducking, and obviously both Daleks kill themselves, which I think was a pretty cool thing. I honestly did not expect that. I just didn't expect that at all. So it was pretty cool, that, if I'm going to sort of say that. It really, really was. And yeah, just good overall, you know what I mean? It was just a really, really cool episode. I think it was interesting to see, I think the Doctor, Yaz and Dan be exterminated. I remember when it first happened, I was like really shocked, because we've not had that in a while. So we haven't. But it is what it is, you know what I mean? So I'm just going to make a jump cut, sorry. I'm back, sorry about that. I'm just getting a bit sweaty and stuff. It's been getting a lot warmer now, so it has, so sorry about that. Yes, as I was saying, it was quite shocking, I think, at first time to see the Doctor, Yaz and Dan be exterminated. Especially, like I said, when we have seen the Doctor be exterminated twice before. Obviously, the first time was in the episode Stolen Earth, and the second time was in the episode The Big Bang. So it was somewhat shocking, even though obviously she wasn't killed off. But it was just like shocking to see that. I think the first couple of times, I'd say it was. And then obviously it made me think, like, what's going to be happening after that, you know what I mean? So, yeah. But yeah, I think overall, like I said, it was pretty cool, that, and obviously, yeah, just a good episode. Obviously, the episode is, obviously still somewhat connected to the Flux, which again was somewhat, questioned by a lot of people, but which I found quite interesting, because I thought it was just going to be like a separate episode, or it was going to be connected with the other Dalek stories, which it wasn't. I think that's a bit of a little nice continuation, if you want to sort of say that. So it doesn't feel like, okay, the Flux is over and then that's it. You know what I mean? I think it's nice to somewhat have that in, obviously, with the recent episode, which I think I quite liked that. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I think another surprise which did shock me was at the end of the episode, or near the end of the episode, where we see the character Carl, who appeared in The Woman Who Fell to Earth. And when I watched it, I was thinking, that's him from the first episode of Series 11, the woman who fell to Earth. And I quickly looked it up. I quickly looked it up online, and I realised it's him. So I was shocked that he had a cameo in that, in the episode. I'm not, being mean to the actor or the character, whatever, but yeah, it was a bit. I honestly didn't expect that, so I really, really didn't expect that. But yeah, a nice surprise if you want to have that and stuff. Yeah. I did like the characters of Sarah and Nick, even though they didn't really have a lot to do, obviously. With Sarah, obviously, she works in a storage unit facility. And it turns out that Nick is, bringing stuff over. And it turns out that she's only there because of Nick storing stuff. And I found it interesting that he had stuff stored from women that he dated in the past, which, yeah, a bit strange, but obviously, there's people who probably do that. I don't know, but I found it funny that he had that one woman he dated. He kept a shoe, and he kept something else, and it was okay. Yeah, and obviously I didn't have anything to. I don't really have anything to say about that, so I don't. But yeah, it is what it is, though. A bit weird, but yeah, just how it goes, though. You know what I mean? And obviously they obviously both end up dating it. Obviously at the end of it, obviously, because it turns out that Nick has a bit of a crush on Sarah, and that's why he always keeps going over there every New Year's Eve to somewhat see her. You know what I mean? So yeah, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? So yeah, but yeah, I think it was a good episode. Obviously, I had a good, a lot of good moments in there, and I think a lot of funny moments, especially with Dan, because I think he has made, I think since he debuted in Flux, or the series Flux, I mean. He just makes it absolutely funny. He really, really does. And I know the actor, the person himself, John Bishop, is a comedian, but he makes it absolutely funny. He really, really does. And I like that. I like it when Doctor Who has, comedic, or, it has, yeah, if you want to sort of say that, as a comedic factor to it, if you want to sort of say that. Sorry, trying to think my words there, sorry. So yeah, it's just how it goes, though, you know what I mean? And I do hope, and again, we don't know what's going to be happening in the future, but I would like to see Dan Lewis stay longer. I really, really would, because I think I'd be annoyed if he ends up leaving in the, obviously the next two episodes. If he's done, I might be a little bit annoyed about that, because I like the character so much. And if that's the case, obviously, one, the character's going to be very short-lived, and two, a lot of people would like to have, more of Dan Lewis, because he's become a great character, despite the fact he's only appeared in 7 episodes so far. You know what I mean? And I think since he fully debuted in the first episode of Flux, I've liked him. I really, really have, and I'd love to see more of that. I really, really would, and we'll just have to wait and see what happens if we do get more of his character. So, yeah. Because obviously we don't know if he's going to be staying on after the Doctor regenerates. We don't know what's going to be happening, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens, you know what I mean? So, yeah. And another thing that I did find interesting was the fact that Yaz is starting to have a bit of... he's starting to like the Doctor romantically. Now, this is something a lot of people had actually been teasing for a while. People were like, oh, it's never going to happen, you know what I mean? But obviously it turns out that Yaz likes the Doctor more than a friend, which again was an interesting thing. So we've not really seen that. I know that in the past, last time you had, obviously, River married the Doctor, so she did. And then before that, obviously you had Amy, who was like really attracted to the Doctor, even though she was planning to marry Rory. And obviously after that, you had Martha, who liked the Doctor a lot, and obviously you had Rose. And we've not actually had some sort of like romantic attention or tension, if you want to sort of say, probably since Rose. You know what I mean? All those years ago, because the Doctor and Rose loved each other so much, and obviously, you know, it hurt both of them when Rose died or when she went to the parallel universe. It hurt him a lot. So it did. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with this. If we do get more of this, you know what I mean? Obviously, if that's the case, does that mean that Yaz is going to be staying on, or will this somewhat like love story, you know, somewhat have a proper ending at the end of the year? We don't know. We just have to wait and see what happens. You know what I mean? That's all we can do. Just see what happens and stuff. And yeah. So overall, love this episode. Can't wait for the next one. It's good to see that the Sea Devils are coming back, which is absolutely amazing. Nice to see a classic Who villain make a proper return in modern day Doctor Who. So I can't wait for that anyway. So yeah. So just want to say thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting. Love to hear your thoughts. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you not bother watching it? I'd love to hear your thoughts about that. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Alex will be back on Friday. So he will be. And hope you enjoy the rest of your week. See you all later. Bye.